Fred here, welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel. And what I have here for you today is the Olight M1X Striker Tactical Flashlight. Olight was kind enough to send me the sample to review, so thank you Olight, and this is full disclosure to you. I will not let it influence my review in any way. I do not have stock in the company. They did not send me money for a good review. I always give you the good and the bad. Now, the one neat thing right now is that because it's close to Christmas, it's on sale. And you can get it for $44.96. I do not get commission. I do not get anything. So if you do end up liking this unboxing, because technically it's an unboxing, not a review, because I haven't had it even out of the box yet. But if you do end up liking it, I did provide a link below to the Olight store directly. So let's go ahead and unbox this and take a close look. Every now and then, it's just more fun to do an unboxing. There are a lot of reviews of this flashlight already, so just wanted to show you sort of what it would look like if you purchase it, the packaging, everything about it. So here you go. Very hard to read this information right here, but we'll go over a lot of it in this semi-review. Lots of good information there. I don't like this packaging. Let's start out with that. I prefer a box than something that is probably more harmful to the environment. I'd rather have it just a paper box. But with that said, you do get to see what's inside and of course there's stuff in there that doesn't want to come out. Come out. It's coming. Alright. Worst unboxing ever. Alright, so what do we get? You get this piece of plastic that has nothing to do with this unboxing. Let's see what we got here. We have new products. So this looks like a catalog of some sort of all the Olight flashlights, and wow, this feels like it might be waterproof. But I can tell you that I have enjoyed and liked and recommended every Olight flashlight so far, so I have very high expectations for this one. What do we have here? We have a manual, which you could also download right off their website, which is pretty cool that they have it in PDF format. So I sort of already looked at this in PDF format on my computer. Look at that. I do like how they have the instructions sort of in a sequence. It makes it easier to understand. So very well written instructions, specifications. They give you a nice graph of the output and run times, which is pretty cool. And warranty, you have within 30 days, return to retailer, you purchase for repair or replacement. They also will repair or replace within 5 years. So a 5-year warranty does not cover normal wear and tear, you know, typical warranty. Batteries, you could use either two CR123 alpha batteries, which are these kind, which is what we'll be using in the review today. But you could also use a single 18650 rechargeable lithium-ion battery. So it's pretty cool that this can handle the voltages of either or. So it gives you a little flexibility there. And so, whoops, good manual. We have some O-rings right here to replace the O-rings if they go bad in here, which they do eventually do if you have the flashlight for a long time, which you probably will with an Olight. And you have a little lanyard, typical lanyard. I do like when they have these little push button things that you could adjust so you can sort of lock it around your hand so you don't lose it. Kind of neat. So let's go ahead and start running down the flashlight. The M1X Striker by Olight is a dual switch tactical flashlight, and you can see you have your mode select kind of button up here, and you have your on off tail cap kind of button down here, which does include a momentary feature. Yay! It has 5 brightnesses that vary anywhere from a half a lumen all the way to 1,000 lumen, and yes, it does include strobe. We'll go ahead and put the batteries in because it didn't include them, by the way. So you just go ahead and unscrew the tail cap. Nice and smooth. Good. Looks like square threading. maybe I could get a close-up of that, and you can see that, and you can see that it is greased, and you can see there's an O-ring right there. Again, they did provide 2 replacement O-rings just in case, and we'll go ahead and pop these in. And I believe, kind of a tight fit there. Whoops. Maybe that's why. Which is good. Alright. So you have this little plastic doodad thing here that holds everything together, which is nice. Let you take a look at that. And that is a nice touch. And let me tell you why that's important. The CR123As are a little bit skinnier, a hair skinnier than an 18650 battery. So in some flashlights they don't give you a little plastic holder, so when you put these in, they rattle inside, which in a tactical situation can make noise and give your position away. In this case, because they got that plastic liner, nothing is making any noise. That's a really good touch right there. Now taking a look down in there, you could see it has a Cree XM-L2 clear white emitter, again capable of broadcasting 1000 lumens downrange. It is surrounded by a smooth aluminum reflector. Looks pretty deep too, so it should throw some light downrange quite well. And you can see how well that reflector works, because when it turns all yellow, that means it's reflecting all that LED straight forward at you. Kind of neat. It is behind a glass lens with an anti-reflective coating, and you could tell because when I tip this in such a way, you can see how it turns sort of purplish. Normally, if you didn't have that coating, it would just glare this light that I have up here, right there, right back at you, but instead, it just gives you that purple haze. Haha! Purple haze. Now, in front of that, you have a bezel. This might be the most aggressive strike bezel I've ever seen. That is a serious crown strike bezel. What is that for? Well, that is a weapon, you know, to defend yourself. You can hit somebody with this, and it would definitely leave a serious mark. Another good thing about having a crown bezel is if you were to turn on your flashlight, right, and you sat it down on the head for some weird reason, you could see that your light's on still. Whereas if you had just a flat one, it would block all light and you would have been able to tell that your light was on. So that's pretty cool. The body is made of 661 aluminum alloy with a black anodized finish. Now, the strike bezel, by the way, is steel. So they did make this steel. That makes a lot of sense, because if it were aluminum, it would dent and not be able to handle an impact. So they thought, good. You have some heat dissipating fins right here. You have a reversible clip, and you can see how that clip can just pop off and pop right back on. You have some knurling here, not very aggressive at all, almost smooth. I wish it was a little more aggressive. They could have done a little bit of a better job there. You have 2 switches. This is the one where you cycle through the modes. This is the one where you turn it on and off. And like I said, there's momentary. You know, I'll demonstrate that real quick right now. So if I were to just slightly press this, like this, see? Momentary. Yay! And then of course you continue to press, it will click and lock on. Very good. So, and like I said, you could cycle through the modes using the mode select. See that? So, mode select up here. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. Now, this is impact resistant to 1.5 meters and is also waterproof down to 2 meters, which is like 6.5 feet underwater. So you don't have to worry about if you're in the rain or you drop it in a puddle or something like that, you're good to go. Weight is 80 grams or 2.82 ounces. Body length is 136 millimeters by the body diameter, which is 26 millimeters, or just barely an inch in diameter. Okay, so let's go over the operation and run times and brightnesses and things like that. The first I'm going to show you are the normal brightnesses that you just get to normally, which is you just press this button until it clicks, just like that, and then you press the mode select button to cycle between the low, which it's already low, medium, high, turbo, and then it comes back down to low. I'm going to put this onto, let's say, medium. If you turn it off, will it have a memory? The answer is yes, it will remember. So between those low, medium, high, turbo, it will remember what that was. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the run times right up here and the brightnesses so we can sort of see what those are. So what you are looking at is 10 lumens for 60 hours. Then we'll go to medium, which is 60 lumens for 12 hours. Then high, which is 350 lumens for 2 hours. And then your turbo, which is 1,000 lumens for 5 minutes, and then it will automatically dim down to 550 lumens for another 55 minutes. So it will only stay at that highest setting for about 5 minutes, and then it will sort of dim itself down because it does get hot. I could feel the heat on my hand right here. I could already start feeling the head of this getting warm. It's not unbearably hot, but it will definitely, after 5 minutes of being this bright, definitely start building up some heat. So it does step down after a while. Go ahead and turn this off. Now I did say that you can put this into a moonlight mode, and if I didn't state it, I'm stating it now. This has a moonlight mode that you could directly access. And the way that you do that is you press and hold the mode select switch, and then you hit the tail cap, and you could see that half a lumen, and it could be a half a lumen for 360 hours. So very good. You don't ruin your night vision anyway. Really good. Now if I were to turn it off, turn it back on, it's going to come back on probably looks like into the lowest setting. No, actually it came back on into the moonlight. Wow, so it actually has a memory for the moonlight. That's kind of cool. So this would be low, medium, high, turbo. Yeah! Huh, that's a pleasant surprise. I did not know it did that. Alright. Now the next thing you want to be able to do with all tactical flashlights is to directly access the strobe. So in this flashlight, the way that you're going to do that is sort of tap it twice, bump, bump, and then hit it again and lock it. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3. You saw that? Let me do it again. 1, 2, 3. And you're strobing. And this is 10 Hertz. And it's doing it at 850 lumens. So this is meant to disorient. And that should be disorienting you. And again, it's blinking at 10 Hertz. So while you're doing this, if the person's still coming at you, you do have this crown bezel that can also stop a person if you hit them in the right place with the right training. Before we step outside, I do want to take a look at what this looks like. And you can see you have a nice spot right here. You don't have any weird artifacts or anything weird going on. However, because of that really large crown strike bezel, it does make the outside not perfectly round. Let me bring this in really close. It gives it sort of a nut or socket kind of look, or sprocket kind of look around the outside. Not a big deal. It's just different. It's not something that you see every day. Actually, it's kind of cool, especially if you spin it around. It's like a gear, just sort of spinning around. But that's kind of interesting. Now, one disappointing thing that I notice is can't tail stand. No ability to tail stand. They should have, you know, sort of made that U-shaped tail so you can sort of have a flat surface for it to tail stand, and then you know, you still have the tail cap kind of thing. No tail stand. That's one big disappointment for me. Okay, we're in my backyard. You can hear my heat pump going because it is freezing out. It's like 30 degrees. And in the corner of the fence there, I don't know, about 15-20 yards. And of course there's lots of woods back there, and we'll see how far we could actually see. I'm going to go ahead and turn out the lights, and you can see it's dark because it's nighttime. I'm going to turn on the flashlight, And you are looking at moonlight mode. That's like half a lumen, but downrange, nothing. Nothing. Now I'm trying to find where the mode select button is. There we go. So you can sort of feel it, but it's not the easiest thing in the world. Not obvious. So we'll bump it up to low. You can sort of see downrange just a bit. Pump it up to medium. Then we'll go to high. And take note of where the spot is in the flood. You can see that gear-like flood thing going on is not an issue. It's just looks different, but very nice clean light. And are we ready to bump this up to turbo? Sure we are. There we go. That's 1,000 lumens, my friends. My viewers, my YouTube viewers, we could take a look down there. You could zoom in. You can see how far that's going. Wow. I mean, that's incredible. It's going way, way, way down range there. You can see as I sort of flood it, hit it with the spot. Just absolutely incredible. I'm going to go ahead and back up a little bit. Let you take a look at the beam. You can see how that spot looks like a laser coming out of there. And again, you can see that crown bezel going on. That is just an impressive strike bezel. So, very, very impressive flashlight. It can be used as a flood and camping, as well as a tactical flashlight. Really a good all-purpose, all-around flashlight, perfect size. Very, very nice. So how do you like this flashlight so far? Now I failed to show you another feature. Actually, two more features. Let's say you have your flashlight on. Okay, it's on. If you come over here while it's on and press the mode select button and hold it for like a second, it'll strobe. How about that? Now I noticed something else, because I just assumed that this is not going to have the memory for strobe. Well, guess what? I'm going to go ahead and turn this on without hitting anything else. It remembers strobe. This is the first flashlight I think I've ever owned that it can remember strobe as well as moonlight and all the other settings. That is something very different. That could be very practical for a tactical flashlight if you're going in and out of a tactical situation. So I like how you have all these different ways to instant access to things such as moonlight and strobe, and you could have those in memory also. Really cool. That is something that's kind of special, at least for me, reviewing so many flashlights. This is the first one to do it, so it's very unique. Now, again, the one big disappointment for me about this flashlight is that it doesn't tail stand. By the way, I didn't show you the little lanyard hole on the bottom of the tail there, but I did show you the lanyard. There is a hole right there. But it can't tail stand, so that was kind of a big disappointment. Really nice clip, and it's a good thing there's a really nice clip because it didn't come with a holster, which a lot of flashlights in this price range and this size do sometimes have. So those are the negatives, okay? Positives, there are just too many to speak of. First of all, the workmanship, craftsmanship, build quality, everything is impeccable, solid like a rock. I mean, they thought about everything. No rattle, very critical with a tactical flashlight. Probably the most aggressive crown strike bezel I've ever seen in a tactical flashlight. Very, very well built. Olight's, I have very high expectations, and I must say that this tactical flashlight has exceeded those expectations, so I therefore highly, highly recommend it. This is the M1X Striker. There is a link below for your convenience. I do not make any money, commission, anything else. The only thing is they did send me this sample for review, and that's where my loyalty stopped. I gave you the good and bad. So links below, right to the Olight store if you're interested. Alright, it is almost Christmas. So if you're watching me sort of right after I posted this, I hope that you have a very pleasant, awesome Christmas and Christmas holiday, or Hanukkah, or whatever holiday you celebrate or don't celebrate. I hope you have a good weekend, whatever the case. I am not being PC for you. Alright, thank you very much for joining me here at the Gear Obsession channel. I really do appreciate every friend, viewer, subscriber, and especially you. And I hope you have a great day or evening. Take care. Bye.